welcome inside a very, very noisy British machine. This is the Aston Martin Rapide AMR. AMR being the Aston Martin racing team. If you didn't know, I've had this now for 4 days, thanks to Aston Martin sending it over. And I have been enjoying myself quite a lot. So normally I say I'm on the perfect road for the car. Well, today I'm not sure, to be honest, because this thing is quite literally the size of a jumbo jet. It is massive. And this road I'm on is extremely tight and twisty. So yeah, not really the ideal road today. Just hope there's not much traffic and then I'll be fine. So this car will set you back 200,000 of your British pounds. It is a lot of money for this car, but it definitely is a lot of car. Right in front of me I've got a 6-litre naturally aspirated V12, which is not something that I get to say often. It's so unique, this car. I've not driven a V12 for a long time. The last V12 that I drove was on the Aventador, which is a very different feeling to this, and sound of course. But yeah, V12s are just not something that you get to drive much these days. And if they are, they would probably be turbocharged. But one day, it wouldn't surprise me if all V12s were completely banned and taken off the road. So quite possibly one day in the future, I will come back to this video, as many others would do, just for nostalgic reasons. And I will watch this thinking, yep, those were the days. The steering and the way it feels is good, considering the size of the car and the huge engine up front. They have done a good job at making this not feel like a complete ship. It does have good stopping power, thankfully, for the size of the car. It's got 400mm 6-piston carbon ceramic brakes, which do really work. It's really taken me quite a few days to get used to this car. It's very different to anything else that I normally drive, to be honest. Like I said, it is a unique car. It is a special car. I just wanted to appreciate the sound today, really, because like I said, one day we just won't hear any of this. One day in the future, when, I don't know, when everything looks like it's Blade Runner, the only way we'll be able to hear one of these cars is by watching it on YouTube. But the thing is, I wouldn't want to own one of these. I love it. It really is a special car. It's a masterpiece, and it will go down in history. It is, without a doubt, one of the most crazy 4-door grand touring cars you can buy at the moment. And I love it, but it's definitely not such my type of car. I much prefer smaller, more nimble cars that I can throw around corners with a lot more ease than this. Looks wise, I think it's beautiful. I think it's an absolute winner visually. It's sterling green with these lime details everywhere. I love the stripe down the center of the car. I love it going through the whole interior as well. And I love the lime details on the whole aero of the car. It just makes everything pop out. So of course put the car in sport mode, which is on the steering wheel. And the thing about this car is you need to always have it in sport mode. Otherwise it just doesn't do much. And when I say last of the V12s, as far as I'm aware, what I mean by that is last of the naturally aspirated V12s. There still will be turbocharged V12s coming out in the future, but naturally aspirated, as far as I know, there will be no more with Aston Martin in road cars. So interior wise, I love the interior. They've just put carbon fiber everywhere, and it's a very nice carbon fiber indeed. It looks fantastic. Obviously to try and keep the weight down as well, which is definitely needed on this car. As you can maybe see, it is dark in here, which, yeah, apologies, isn't the best on camera, but it's very narrow in here. Yeah, some people might even call it slightly claustrophobic. I think it's a really cool feeling. Gives you this kind of fighter jet feeling. However, the back, well, first of all, the back seats look absolutely brilliant. It's not often you get bucket seats in the back of a car. Space-wise in the back, well... Right. Rear seats. Okay. Cozy is the word I think that comes to mind. My knees are solid against the front seat. It's a little bit like a 911 back here, basically. And it's super cool, especially in the back. I don't know why. I think it's even a cooler feeling sitting in the back. You get more of this kind of, this fighter jet feeling, and this whole carbon fiber here, which just feels so nice. Yeah, I shouldn't probably rub carbon fiber sexually on camera. It's a bit weird. You've got these lime cup holders, which I use for my camera lenses. Perfect fit. Yeah, it is very cool back here, just not for someone as tall as me, unless someone very short was sitting in the front. That means they would have the chair a bit further forward. But living with this on a daily basis over the last 4 days, it has been very, very enjoyable. Turns lots of heads, also not always in a positive way. My neighbours have hated me the last couple of days. Each time you start the V12, it just makes one hell of a racket. There's no way to really keep this quiet. There's no quiet button. It's just loud all of the time. What don't I like about it? Well, steering wheel, I just don't really like it that much. It's just a bit meh. It's just a bit boring. But I think that was the case on most Aston Martins. Myself, and I've heard a lot of other people complain about them as well, is the steering wheels. They're just a bit boring. I've got no complaints with the onboard computer system. It's got Apple CarPlay, latest technology. For me, it works super fine. But yeah, apart from that, can't really say many negative things about the car. Listen to this. It's mad, absolutely mad. Kind of scary at times, because suddenly all this power kicks in and it's such a big car. The whole combination just feels unstoppable. That's why I'm so happy about the brakes. But I hope you all enjoyed today's video with this V12 masterpiece, which it is. It's just been a great experience driving such a unique car over the last couple of days. So thank you so much, Aston Martin, for sending me this out casually, because it's just been epic. You need to see this sunset. This came out of nowhere. I should be taking pictures now, but I really wanted to show you this. Did not expect that. Well, look how much lighter it is suddenly now with the sun flaring through. Lights up the car perfectly. So okay, I've got about 3 minutes now before this goes away, so yeah, this time it really is. Ciao for now.